Gotta let them know I'm uncontrollable.
Hello guys, welcome back to another lovely trading recap video. We did 3 tickers and 6 trades. Quite a good day, $224, so just over 0.5% on our account. So we took 3 trades on OPGN, all of which were long-term resistance. So the first one, which was 283, long resistance. We skipped the 294, traded the 317 and then the 327, all deviations. So we'll get straight into it. As you can see, the first trade of the day we took at 9:38, shorted here. We were actually looking to add at this second deviation, didn't get a fill, but then locked in our profits coming down to this. It actually bounced back, tried to add again, didn't get filled, and so we rode this down and sold out at the 271 mark, which ended up being quite a good trade. It was kind of small size, so it was only 250 shares as I was meant to add here, so I was going to add 750 shares here, just no fill. Pulled back to the 50, kind of forgot about it, had an alert out ready if we broke the high again. My alert went off, so had a short order out for 317, hit it near enough instantly, fell back down, locked in our profits down at 306, so at this point here down into the 9 EMA. That was quite a good trade, that was $50, and then we traded one last one coming into this last deviation. Again, hit perfectly, came down, we locked in our profits down to the 306, no, was that 312. We locked in some, and then we locked in the last 100 as it came back up at 317. Reason for that is I had an order out, the whole order didn't get filled. You can see we only had for 600 shares, again we were meant to have 1,000, so I had an order sell out 500, and then I was going to sell out another 500, and then only, yeah, it was just weird fill problem, so that should have been a bigger trade, but either way, $75, good trade. So OPGN was pretty good today and was kind of the saviour because momentum was kind of dead again today, or at least how I traded, it just wasn't great. Then we had a nice spike on Workhorse, so I had an alert out in case we were coming into these deviations, because I've noticed with Workhorse seems to be a good pattern on more on the daily. I didn't trade the long-term resistance. If it breaks out of the deviations, it will come back and do like a relief bounce, and it tends to respect the deviations the second time a lot stronger for some reason. So this was a nice quick trade, shorted coming into this 1555, yep, 1555, came up to all the way to 1574, tried to add on the 74, it only came up to 73, so no fill. Pulled back down, we claimed our profits down at the 9 EMA at 1546. Okay, and then the last trade was on RWLK. We actually took 2 trades on this. We'll zoom in. So the first one was a short at 298. This wasn't a deviation, this was just a whole dollar resistance. It looked weak on the level 2, so I went in for a short. Came with our profits down into the 9 EMA. And then we were running into the third deviation up here. This green one was a 308. So I did a small short on there. It was only 250 shares. Reason for that was obviously the deviations are heading up, but it was quite strong up, so it did have room to move up. As it did, it ended up breaking through, pulled back. I was gonna, well, not cut my loss, but just take a small win here. Didn't get the fill when it came into the 9 EMA, so we kind of just held. It still looked weak. We had a kind of divergence, so I was just kind of holding on. We didn't have any other plays. If we had another play, I would have just took a small loss or a small win, whatever we were at. It didn't really matter. Pulled down here again, it still looked weak. I was like, there's no point really claiming profits, wait for it to come a bit lower. Came down to the 50, claimed it into the 50, just because most likely we were going to get a bounce of the 50 as you usually do, which we did here. Ended up breaking down after, but again, when it was such small size, it didn't really matter if we held in for another 5 or so cents. So that's on the recap. Again, $224. All green trades. We didn't have to sell anything for a loss, or 100% accuracy today. Trading mainly standard deviation. So I hope you like it. Definitely check out the Discord. It's being a lot more active. We got a lot of people in now. also posting the news in here, or any key things that may affect the market or just that stand out. As you can see, we've now in a confirmed correction. Nasdaq down more than 10% from the Feb closing highs. So I hope that is all good. I hope you want to join the Discord, and if you don't, well, you don't. So drop a like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and that's it. Peace.
That if I get working and grinding, that I will be flying away on a private jet. And we stuck in here saying maybe